decided to venture out. It is 10:16 in the morning. We're going to our first stop, 7 Brew. It's actually their opening day in Collegeville. So we actually went there like maybe 3 weeks ago, and they were giving out like free coffee and stuff, but today's their opening day, obviously, so we'll have to pay for it. Yeah, so first stop of the day, 7 Brew. I'll show you guys what we end up getting, and then I think we're gonna stop by the town center as well in Collegeville. Maybe look around like Home Goods for some Valentine Day things. So
Did you get a photo of both of them?
yeah.
Video?
Mm-hmm. Oh my gosh, this is really good.
You like this
We just got back from, I guess, our little outing, and we tried to go to 7 Brew, but again, the line was like out to freaking like the main road on both sides. So we did not get any 7 Brew today. I guess they were still like giving out free drinks for their grand opening. Who knows? But anyway, there's like a thrift store in the next shopping center, like where the 7 Brew was. So we stopped into there, and I just like picked up a few thrift items for Valentine's Day. I got this like little heart, and then I got this little welcome sign thing, and then I got this for, I'm gonna hang like the dog stuff on it from like where they come in from the outdoors, from like our backyard. And then also, this was in a bag at the thrift store. It's like, I don't know what these are, but I guess you put them in like where your stems or something are. I don't know what this is either, but yeah, they had this in a bag for $2.99. There's like a bunch of stuff in there, so I got it for Valentine's Day. I'm gonna probably put it out in a little bit. And then, oh yeah, we also went to eat. We went to the town center. We did go to Home Goods. I did pick up some stuff at Home Goods as well, which I just like took a little video of it in my cart or whatever, so I'll just post that. But we also went to the Turning Point for lunch, and I've never been there. It was pretty good. It was not too bad. I just got like actually like a breakfast meal. It was already like 12, but that's okay. Yeah, so I got a breakfast meal and then some coffee, since we didn't like have coffee at 7 Brew, and we just made it back home. So it is 1:30 now. I'm gonna unpack everything and then get some stuff done around the house. Okay, so I have just gathered all of my ingredients that the mix and bake chicken taco casserole calls for. And what we're doing is boneless chicken, breast. I don't have any tenders or strips right now, so the boneless chicken breasts are doable. Taco seasoning, olive oil. I have rice or dry rice, yellow onion, poblano pepper. I do have frozen corn, which I'll keep in the freezer for now because I'm not cooking dinner just as of yet. I'm just prepping all of my ingredients so they're handy for me. So I'll keep that in the freezer for now until I need it. Rotel tomatoes. I don't have any Rotel tomatoes, but on the picture it had diced tomatoes. So I do have diced tomatoes, which I'm sure that'll be fine. Black beans, and then shredded Mexican cheese. So once I am ready to make everything, I will get the cheese out as well. So those are all the ingredients that you're going to need. As you can tell, it's very minimal ingredients, very simple ingredients. I'm sure you guys even have these on hand. So the next step is just to get started. Now I'm just going to take the chicken and prep it with taco seasoning and oil and butter. So I'm going to do that real quick. So first things first, we're going to preheat the oven to 450 degrees. And then our next step, toss the chicken taco seasoning. And butter. Okay. sour cream. All right, first impressions of the taco casserole. I'm putting mine on a tortilla.
Let me eat my shit raw!
Let's see.
Yes.
Very good. Hello. Today is Tuesday, February, oh my God, 3rd. I am getting on here just to kind of like give you guys, I guess, a life update, if you will. All of the clips from this vlog are throughout like January and stuff. So I might like either put this at the very end, I'm not sure, or put it in the very beginning just for like an update and whatnot. But anyway, so today's February 3rd, and it just literally feels like it's like the 250th day of the winter. Honestly though, before this snowstorm, I live in, I guess you guys know, in Pennsylvania, southeast Pennsylvania, like Philadelphia suburbs basically. And we had a snowstorm, as everyone else did. Was it like 2 weekends ago now? Yeah, 2 weekends ago, the weekend of the 25th and 26th. And before that, our temperatures were like great. They were in the 40s, I think, and it was really enjoyable. I was doing fine, like mentally. I felt great. Like I felt like, okay, I can get past this winter. And then all of a sudden, like the snowstorm happened, and I swear to you, I feel completely depleted, no energy. I feel like a freaking hermit. I work from home, so obviously that doesn't help because when you work from home, like you have to almost like motivate yourself to do anything in my eyes. But after the snowstorm happened, Monday we had off from school anyway. Tuesday I think they had off as well. I obviously had work. But like it just throws you for a loop. So those 2 days were off. Then the entire like week routine like just fell off. My workouts fell off, like the whole thing fell off. I couldn't get outside because there was just, mounds of snow everywhere. And that's like the one thing that keeps me like sane is going outside for some fresh air with the dogs, going for a walk. So I obviously couldn't go out for a walk because the temperatures were, I don't know, like below zero. And even though I got like the dogs, jackets, it was just way too cold. Like the air on your face felt like your face was about to like burn off. Seriously. So I just like became a hermit at that point. And every single day just felt like Groundhog Day over and over and over again. And here we are. Luckily, it's already February, so I'm trying to keep like a positive mind because in a month, it's daylight savings, so that's definitely something to look forward to. And a month goes by super quick, unless it's wintertime, of course. So just looking really forward to that. We'll gain a lot more like light outside because I feel like I said, after the snowstorm happened, having the same routine over and over again every single day, not getting outside, like it's just not motivating for me. It like my energy levels have just completely gone down. So I'm looking forward to having more daylight, because if at least there's more daylight and the temperatures are seasonable, like today I think it's like 30s or something. I did take the dogs just for a walk right now, and I'm not really hungry for lunch or anything. So I'm just like having some dates because I actually want to go on the treadmill. Actually, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna call the dogs in. Ella, come. You want a snack? Come on. You want to get a snack? Sit. Oh my gosh, you're so wet. What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing out there? Running around like crazies? I'll give you a snack in a second. Okay, so I was saying, I did just take the dogs for a walk. So we just got back, and I'm not really like that hungry for lunch because I had my usual like breakfast in the morning that I always do, like very early with the oatmeal. I did actually add some chocolate protein in there, which might have like filled me up a little bit, but then around, I think it was like 10:30, I started getting a little bit hungry. So I ended up making myself those Starbucks egg bites. We went to Costco, I think it was on Friday, and I ended up getting some of the Starbucks egg bites for Noelle as well because she has a hard time eating in the morning. So I thought like, okay, let's, get something quick. You could just like put it in the microwave and like grab and go. So anyway, I had one of those, and then I had it on like a croissant from Costco as well. So anyway, I had that. So I'm not like too hungry, and it's already like lunchtime, 12 o'clock. So I'm not really all that like hungry. Anyway, so I'm just having like some dates because I want to go back on the treadmill. So as of their walk, right now I have 5,127 steps. And yesterday it was already almost like 2 p.m. when I only had like 1,100 steps. I'm sorry, but that is just absolutely disgusting to me that I literally did that to myself, where I sat there. I don't even know like what I did. I guess I was just like sitting at my desk doing something. I don't even remember at this point. Obviously working, but not enough to make me like remember if it was like important or not. And I looked down and I'm like, okay, it's already 2 o'clock, and how many steps do I have? Because I wanted to walk and I didn't get to walk. So when I saw 1,100 steps, I was like, oh, heck no. So I went downstairs, I went on the treadmill for an hour. And by then I think after that I had like 7,000 steps, like what I got from walking an hour on the treadmill. And then after that, I think it was only like 3:30. So I was like, you know what? Let me take the dogs for a quick walk. So we went to take the dogs for a quick walk. And after that, I came home and I think it was like 11,000, it was high up there. It was like 11,700 or something steps. So we took them for like a half-hour walk after that. And after all of that walking, I didn't like walk again. I was actually really tired by, I think like 8 o'clock, and I ended up kind of laying down by like 8:30, and then I just like turned the lights off at 9. So I was like really tired from walking. So anyway, that is what I want to do. I want to get on the treadmill. I have a meeting at 1 o'clock. So hopefully I can get on there for a little while. Maybe I'm thinking maybe I can do it afterwards or something. Because I want to go on for another hour. Because that really helped. I have just not had any energy, and I'm sure a lot of you also feel this way during the winter time. And I was doing like my red light every single morning. I was doing it for like 10 minutes in the morning, and then I got sick like in the beginning of the year, and after I felt better, I ended up just doing it for 5 minutes. But I felt like 5 minutes after the snowstorm happened, like just now, after I've felt it for like 2 weeks now with no energy, I was like, you know what, this red light for 5 minutes is not really helping me, and it's supposed to be good for, I guess, like seasonal depression. But when I researched it a little bit more, it's actually the SAD lights, which are not red, but they're like a blue light, I guess. But it's not an actual like blue light. It's just like a regular white light. And I guess the amount of lumens that they have in there is what makes them effective or something. I don't know. That's kind of like what I was like looking at. So I found one that was recommended. I have it in my cart, but I'm just like hesitant to get it at this point because, like I said, we only have like a month to go of like, I don't know, daylight, winter, whatever. And you know what? A lot of times too, during this winter season, it does stay cold until like, I don't know, April, but it's not as cold as it is right now. It will be like in the 50s or something. So I'm just thinking like, should I get it? Shouldn't I get it? I don't know. I'll hold it in my cart because I'm also thinking back to the other day when I was doing my finances and stuff, and I'll talk about that in a second. Keeping things in your cart for like 48 hours and then deciding like, do I really need this or do I not really need this, makes you not spend as much on stuff you really don't need. So I'm just keeping it in my cart for now. I saw it yesterday, talking about it and stuff, so I'm just gonna keep it in my cart for now. And hopefully, like, just me thinking to the fact that it's February, in a month we'll have more daylight, kind of makes me hopeful that this winter might come to an end sooner rather than later, but we'll see. So anyway, the finance stuff. So I know a lot of people have like the Rocket Money app, because I've seen it like all over Instagram, and at one point I ended up like getting it twice. I had it for a little while and then canceled it, and then like months later I was like, okay, let's try and get this again, and I felt the same way the second time. Maybe I mentioned this a couple times as well, but I work for a software company, and my background is in tech. I went to school for it. I went to school for computer science, and my background is development and data science. So when I was using Rocket Money, it doesn't have a like good UI, and UI stands for user interface, by the way. So it doesn't have it's not user friendly. Let's just put it that way. It's not user friendly in my opinion, because the way that I think of like software when I see it, visually, it's not easy to use, and you have like too many things like happening on screen, I feel like. And the other thing I noticed that it doesn't do very well is categorize your like transactions. So I had gotten rid of it like long time ago, and it's probably been like a year since I've had it. If you haven't, you like it, great. But I usually use Notion, actually, like doing everything manually myself. But I've been trying to use a little bit more of like automations, and Notion doesn't really do like automations that way. So I was researching and I came across Monarch Money, and I like its user interface. I feel like it's very user friendly. It categorized my transactions very, very well. There were a few like transfers and stuff like that, some payments and things that like it needed a little bit of help with, but you can actually create a rule for that. Now, like I said, I have gotten rid of Rocket Money like over a year ago, so I don't know like how they are now, but from what I remember, I don't think like you could create like rules. So a rule, basically, like if it finds a transaction by the name of whatever, in the amount of whatever, it's going to implement like this rule and place it into this category for you. So something like that. So I did that with like a couple of the transactions, and I feel like I categorized them very well. And it categorized it very well for me with the rules and stuff. So, and it caught a lot of that stuff like in the beginning, but like I said, some of the transfers and like payments towards things was not like categorized just because of those types of transactions. So I just did that on my own, and everything looks very good. The one area where I'm still kind of iffy, like I'm still looking into it on Monarch Money, is the budget stuff. Still figuring like that part out. I don't know, it's a little wonky over there. So I'm not really using that part for the budgeting. It was more so like I wanted like a entire year, or even 2 years if you want. I think it goes back 2 years because it does have my 2024 data in there as well. I actually have done this like manually, downloaded like my Discover, my credit cards, what do you call it? CSV files, and like did all of this reporting manually myself because like I said, I worked as a data scientist as well. So seeing your numbers, seeing your reporting, just in a like chart format is eye-opening, for me, especially, for you as well, maybe. But anyway, so that's what I wanted like to get at. And I don't think like Rocket Money did that, like in the way that I'm seeing it on Monarch Money. It visually, like from all the categorizations, like it trickled down into all of the different things and labeled everything accordingly. It was just, yeah, it was very eye-opening to see. And obviously, like I said, I did that on my own with like my credit cards and my bank statements and stuff, but like to put it all together is what I was missing. And to create automations on it, because it like allows you to do that. It actually has like a built-in AI assistant in there as well, so you can like ask it questions like, what did I spend on my pets in January 2025, and it gives you like a total amount and stuff for all of that. So anyway, it's just very eye-opening. So I'm trying to be very mindful with my finances in the beginning of the year so that I don't like run into anything crazy at the end of the year. Because I also started doing my taxes, and yeah, that's another area that I'm looking into. But anyway, yeah, if you are wanting to check out Monarch Money, go right ahead. This is not sponsored, by the way, or anything like that. I just did some research on my own and came across Monarch Money, and I really like the user interface, the categorization. It's very user friendly, like I said, so give it a try and see how you like it. But like the one area it's still kind of wonky, like I said, is the budgeting. Still kind of getting a hold of that. I don't know. I have to sit there and figure it out. And what else? Oh, I have been coming up with like projects and stuff to do, around the house, because there are some areas that I want to like redo or get stuff for. So I have been kind of thinking that I might want to repaint the two dark rooms, the dining room or cat's room, and then my office. There's a lot of furniture that like just does not fit with, I feel like, the darker walls. And as I'm putting this stuff into ChatGPT just to like see it visually, especially from the stuff that I'm liking, and it's like budget friendly for me, I'm just noticing that like, excuse me, it's not matching with like what I want to do with the room. So I'm thinking that like I want to repaint my office and repaint the dining room and cat's room, and I might do the living room. So those three rooms. And actually, like when we first moved in, those were like the three rooms that I ended up redoing. So it's like a redo of move-in. The walls out here, like in my living room right now, and then like the kitchen, all around the house, besides like the two dark rooms that have the dark walls. This color is Sherwin-Williams Glacial Stream. And when we moved in, I wanted a really, really, really light gray. But now, having lived here for 4 years and having used Instagram to see like others' rooms and stuff, I am kind of liking going all white. And I feel like that's kind of where I'm leaning towards, is just painting everything white, because then I feel like the furniture that I get will just match a little bit better. Yeah, so I'm planning on possibly redoing that, painting the office and the dining room or cat's room, and then my living room here. I also need to repaint or paint in general, because of the wall that we had closed up between my office and the hallway here. I need to like paint that, and because I need to paint that wall, I'm thinking just go with white, because it's like a smaller room anyway. And I actually had someone come out and take a look to like make that into what do you call it? A walk-in pantry. So they were like messaging me about different things and stuff. So hopefully I'll get like an idea of what exactly to do in that room, because we already got like the upper cabinets for it, but I don't have any lower cabinets or anything. So I'm just wondering like what their take would be on finishing that room. And yeah, I'm just getting a whole list of like projects that I want to do, because come spring and summer, that's all I'll be doing is like the projects. I enjoy doing DIY projects in the house, so as long as I'm like occupied with something, I won't feel like this. And I feel like that's like the one thing that like keeps me sane, is doing a project or having a project on my plate. And I just haven't like had anything going on. And I guess like since I haven't had any like projects going on, I just feel like, I don't know, just very unmotivated, unenergetic. So if you're feeling like this as well, I really hope that we get better soon. I guess it's pretty normal, but yeah, I felt like great before this snowstorm, and I thought like, okay, I can definitely get through this winter. And then all of a sudden the snowstorm happened. So hopefully I can make it through the next month. But yeah, there hasn't been too much like going on. I was at like some facial appointments that I had. I got some microneedling done. Maybe I'll put that like on screen somewhere here to show you the day of, and then maybe like an after or something. I did that. What else did we do? I'm trying not to actually like book appointments because you just never know like anymore right now, especially with like the snow. I don't know like when the snow is going to come, and then all of a sudden like 3 weeks later you have an appointment, and then all of a sudden you have to go to that appointment. I'm not driving in the snow, so I'm not going to make an appointment like knowing that. So I'm just trying to probably save my appointments for like the spring and summer, which are mainly like, I don't know, the doctor's appointments, I guess. Anyway, yeah. And then like the other thing with the living room, I think I want to like change the layout around in the living room as well. I'm thinking like moving the couch, because when I was doing it on ChatGPT, let me see if I can find it. Yeah, here it is. When I was doing it on ChatGPT, I liked the layout of it. Sorry. So that's what it looked like. Hopefully you guys can see that. I like the layout. I moved the gallery wall. Like I said, painted the walls white. And then the rug stayed the same. So I'm thinking that I want to possibly do that in this living room, and see like how it turns out. It's very minimal. Like I have everything already except painting. Like that's it. Like paint really changes a lot. You can just paint a room and it'll totally give off like a complete new vibe. So yeah, that's what I did there. And then I think I tried painting the office. And this is what it came out looking like. Obviously everything else is stayed the same, but that's what the office came out like. I don't know, I'm kind of liking it. And I have to get rid of that chandelier because I took out the bulbs in that chandelier too. I had it on for quite a while the one day because it was just so dark, and I think it like melted something in there. It started like giving off like a burnt smell. So I just took them all out just to be safe. Yeah, so I think I want to do those things. And I probably in the summertime, after doing all of the painting, I'll probably also end up doing the laundry room again. I might do like a different peel and stick wallpaper, and I might do a different paint. I don't know. I still have to figure that out. That's like a long-term type thing, maybe for summertime. Yeah, so anyway, I'm just going to eat these dates. Hopefully I can hop on the treadmill for a little bit right before. No, you know what? I think I'll do it like after my my call. Just because I want to do like a 1 hour on the treadmill, and I'm not going to be able to do that because I have a 1 o'clock call. Anyway, this, I guess, whole thing is getting a little too long. So I will stop here, and continue about my day, I guess. And I will see you guys, I guess, in the next video. All right, thanks for watching.